What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at Roboquest. We covered this about a year ago, and about a year before that. Basically, I like to do yearly checkups on games, just to see where they're at in their early access. Now, with this one, I had time to play a lot, actually, before I made this video. So anyways, there is a VOD up on my Twitch stream right now where you can see me play the game in long form for about 4 hours if you wanted to dive a little bit deeper on in and see how the progressive elements and the meta progression work, all that kind of stuff. But this is a first-person shooter that's drawing heavily from like Borderlands and from a number of different sources. It is a roguelike. Basically, you go as far as you can while collecting guns and fun equipment and upgrading it and all that kind of stuff. And then when you die, you go back to the beginning, you use a bunch of currency in order to upgrade your camp so that you get more bonuses, and then you carry on for another run. We're going to spend about 25-30 minutes with the game today and see what they've added. Spoiler alert, it's a bunch of stuff. The game is actually in really, really good shape right now. I'll give you my thoughts near the end about my playtime with it over on Twitch in condensed form once we get to the end of the video. Hopefully somebody will mark that in the timeline so that you can get there quickly and easily. But without further ado, make sure you check the Discord and the Twitch stream, and we will start the video off. All right, so here we are inside of our base camp. This is where you always start out. We've got a number of benches over here. They have all been upgraded multiple times because I've been playing the game a whole bunch. This right here is where you can pick what class you want to play. There's 4 classes in the game as of right now. There's the Guardian, there is the Recon, there's the Engineer, and there's the Commando. Basically, the Guardian has a safety bubble. I would say that the Guardian is probably the most new player friendly because he's got what is effectively a World of Warcraft Paladin bubble. He can go immune to damage for like X amount of seconds if you get in over your head. And that's actually a utility that's really, really helpful considering how fast-paced this game is and how fast-paced it tends to come at you. We have the Recon. The Recon has the ability to turn invisible. It's kind of like invulnerability, but a little bit different. You go invisible, everything loses track of you. You are not allowed to attack out of stealth. However, he does have a laser dagger that allows you to deal damage out of stealth, basically, and do like a bunch of damage. We've got the Engineer, who has a drone that flies around and deals damage, and then the drone apparently gathers scrap as well from enemies. And then we've got a Scrap Blaster. It's a homing energy ball that does 65% damage. I actually don't know if I have used the Engineer yet. I know that I've played the Recon, I know that I've played the Guardian, and I know that I've played the Commando. The Commando is all-out fury. That's basically, the Commando is all offense and no defense. He starts out with a rocket launcher that he can fire just whenever he wants. He's got a little shotgun that's on his melee that he can use. He's also got Fury, so if you take down an enemy, you get 3 Fury, and then rocket hits will kind of like buff that and make things happen. For right now, let's try out the drone guy because I've never played him before. In addition, you have gadgets. Gadgets are effectively kind of boons that you give to yourself at the beginning of the game as you start out. And so, like, we've got the mini vacuum right there. It allows us to collect XP from further away before it despawns. We could bring an extra weapon slot. We've got football shoes so that if we jump on enemies' heads, we deal a bunch of damage. We've got the gas lighter, so the robot rebooting speed is up by 40%. Explorer slippers, so we don't take floor trap damage quite as much. Those are actually pretty useful because there are some pretty dirty traps in this game. And we've got the pogo stick, so when we crouch, we can jump to do a mega jump. This game does have secrets and areas that you're going to have to figure out how to get to, and so that might actually be a really, really helpful thing to have. We've got rocket pants, we've got stopwatch, and we've got fancy pins. Let's go for the double jump. I like the double jump. All right, so here's our character right here. There's our drone. It looks like we can launch him whenever and just kind of deploy him around. Looks like there is a cooldown on it. I don't know how long he lasts for, or if he just like fights to the death. On V, we've got our little plasma ball thing that we can throw right there, but it's got a cooldown, so keep that in mind. And in fact, this little plasma thrower right here replaces our melee, so our character does not have the pugilism skills that some of the other bots have. Other things that you can play around with, you can change the difficulty around on that side. Over here, I think this just unlocks more weapons as you upgrade it. It unlocks more weapons and more things for you to play around with. So let's just start the game off. I can't express to you how much I like this loading screen. I don't know what it is about this loading screen, but I really, really, really like it. For some reason, that loading screen right there just makes me feel kind of happy. Now, at the beginning of the game, you're going to have some options here. I wonder if I can get up and over right there. Hold on. I'm squirreling. Give me a second. I can, in fact, get up and over here. There you go. Wrenches are meta progression, so the more wrenches you collect, the more you can upgrade your character in between runs. And usually wrenches are given to you through finding secrets and stuff. Alright, so inside this chest we've got a mod. I'm not going to pick mods for right now until I know what guns I have. And so we've got a longbow, we've got a fire gun, we've got the power glove, and we've got the pump shotgun. I'm going to go with the pump shotgun. Everything in this game is color-coded. There's assault, there's precision, there's demolition, and there's technology. Those are the 4 stats. If you look at the coloration of your gun over on the right when it's listed inside of your HUD, that's basically the color that you're looking for when you pick up items. It's going to flatly increase your damage. So if we pick up this reel right here, which increases our fire rate and our reload speed, it will make us better with assault, and it will make us better with demolitions. So this will make our gun just hit like 10% harder. Alright, in we go. Oh boy. Lots of bombs and things flying around all over the place. Yeah, go ahead and give me my drone real fast. I would like to have my drone out. Just let him kind of do his thing. We'll wipe that thing out real quick. You do want to be aggressive in this game because you do kind of like level up and get stronger and get perks from those little orbs that are flying out of the enemies. And those little orbs do despawn. And so the game actually fully expects you to kind of be balls to the wall while you're playing. Now let's go ahead and wipe out what we can here. That's a loot drone. I would like for it to die. I'm going to drop a drone over here. We're going to try to stay moving. Just keep it nice and fresh. I'm going to try to fight to a corner. Let me get a reload rock real fast. Drones appear to be doing a lot of our heavy lifting for us right now. We got that guy right there, and it looks like he dropped some loot. It looks like he dropped... What did he drop? I can't get up there. I need a jumping platform. Hold on. Oop, XP. There we go. We've leveled up, and we've received a perk. We can go triple bomb. Scrap blaster fires 3 explosive projectiles, but damage is decreased, and it no longer generates scrap on takedown. Deploying a drone and triggering the Reparo drone grants your drones an invulnerable bubble for 4 seconds, increases... Okay, yeah, we can do that. There you go. So see, all my drones are down, and now I can give them kind of like a little protective carapace as well of the Energon crystals. Let's wipe this dude out real fast. Man, I haven't played in about a week and a half. I'm feeling kind of rusty right now. I was breezing through this like it wasn't even any stress. I was getting to the last level every time on stream, and now I'm feeling like I'm barely making it. My health is full, though, so obviously I haven't been getting hit that much. There's a challenge room over here. So we'll go ahead and we will do the challenge room. Simply because the challenge room tends to give you pretty good loot and helps you develop your build a bit. What kind of gun did we have over here? We've got the shock rifle. Yeah, I could probably... Yeah, sure, that seems pretty cool. The shock rifle, so all energy weapons in this game, they overheat. None of them have a magazine, and none of them have like a maximum amount of bullets they can fire. They all just kind of overheat, depending. Double jump allowed us to get through that challenge room, no problem. Grandma's shotgun. That's one of the best guns in the game, in my opinion. Grandma's shotgun is freaking disgusting. I take Grandma's shotgun every single time that I can get it. Over here, we've got a couple of items. We can get crit damage up. We can raise our assault. We can raise our elemental damage. We are running energy and demolitions right now, so I think the battery is probably the best thing to go for. Let's go ahead and head on back. It looks like our path is going to take us out this way. I also wanted to give accolades. I'm a big synthwave guy. I enjoy stuff like Dance with the Dead. If you don't know what synthwave is, it's the type of music that's inspired by sort of like 80s cinema and stuff like that. If you've ever seen the old Dawn of the Dead from like 1981 or whatever, most of the music in the background of that could be classified as like very, very early synthwave. And so anyways, the musician that made the music for this game, his name is Noise Cream, and he is very, very, very good. And this comes from somebody that's a big fan of synthwave. So I've got Dance with the Dead, you know what I mean? I've got Perturbator. I've got all that good stuff on my playlist. And so anyways, this game's soundtrack is a banger. I highly recommend that if you play this game, or don't even play this game, like if you just see this video and you find this video's music to be really, really good, he is on Spotify. His albums are absolutely fantastic synthwave. If you are into that genre of music, definitely recommend checking him out. There's nothing inside the secret up here. I must have collected it on previous runs. The game is procedurally generated, but the secrets... so basically the game is made up of tiles. And so the tiles are kind of like constructed together like Legos. And so anyways, that up there is one of the secret tiles, but it looks like I already got the goodies out of it. This is a resupply area. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We have an arquebus. The arquebus is quite good as well. I do like the arquebus, and the arquebus is a hybrid weapon. The arquebus is basically a sniper rifle in this game, which I didn't expect because to my mind, an arquebus is sort of like a very rudimentary early gun that is not very good at being a gun, but, you know, whatever. We've got drone damage plus 10% right there. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure, why not? I do have the key to this door. So one of the meta progressions of the game is that you'll find secrets, and those secrets will have a key in them. If you find that key, you have it permanently. And basically, you're able to open those doors that you normally can't open for the rest of all of your runs for as long as you consider to be playing the game. And so that door right there, at the beginning of the game, you're not going to be able to open it, but I've already collected most of the keys, so we can open that. I don't know if it's going to bequeath upon us any real type of benefit. I don't really know, you know, the efficacy of the queething right here. We've got the throwing knife. That's a precision weapon. I'm not really that interested in it. I'm going to grab what XP I can, though, before I kind of get into trouble here, and it starts despawning on me. Give me Grandma's shotgun. I'm going in. We're doing this from the shoulder. Sometimes you got to get up close and personal with the enemy. All right. Who doesn't love a mag-fed semi-automatic shotgun? I mean, everybody loves that idea. Let me see if there's any secrets or, like, bypasses over here. Doesn't look like it. All right, let's go ahead and we will take care of business up inside this corridor. All right. Just kind of give them a nice little bit of the strafing action. I highly recommend, like as a tip, having played this game a whole bunch, I do recommend that you take out turrets first. Turrets tend to be like a primary threat that needs to be dealt with. Most games, turrets are kind of like a minor annoyance. This game, the turrets are, in many cases, much, much worse than the stuff that's actively chasing you. We do have a chainsaw over here. There are variants of all of these guns. That's important to know. And so anyways, a level 1 chainsaw is going to be nowhere near as good as a level 5 chainsaw. I know, crazy concept, right? But it is the truth. So you are going to want to be upgrading your weapons to kind of be of the same tier with all... Basically, you want your weapons to be of the same tier as the level that you're on. So like if you're on level 1 weapons are fine. If you're on level 2, you probably want to start scrounging around for level 2 weapons. That'll take us to the Quarry. Can I go back, though? Let me take a look at my map here. I don't really want to leave, but I think this door is sealed behind me. Yeah, the door did indeed seal behind us. So unfortunately, there's nowhere to go but forward. I guess we'll just head on into the second level and see if we can rally up some trouble there. We got a B rank. Not too bad. I'll take that. We collected enough cells for the game to be happy. We just didn't move fast enough. And, like, I'm perfectly fine with that. I tend to be the kind of player that goes through every single nook and cranny of a level to find every single thing. And so long ago, I abandoned any hope that I'm ever going to get any sort of reward that relates to me moving quickly or doing, like, speed trials effectively. All right. There are little storyline blurbs that are up in the top right-hand corner that you can check out just in case you're interested in the storyline and what's going on. I do see potential places that we can get secrets from over here. And more wrenches sound really good. Unless I've already gotten this secret. Have I already gotten this one? I feel like I've probably already gotten this one. Yeah, I don't see anything up here. But then again... it does seem to go higher and higher, so like maybe I just haven't gone far enough. I don't think I have the power of Jumpination that's going to be strong enough to get me up onto that platform right there, so I think we've gone about as far as we possibly can. Let's crack open our health, and we will crack open our crate over here. We've got a couple of mods that we can play around with. We can pick up some lubricant, we can pick up the gamepad, we can pick up the elemental... resistance. Okay, I'll probably go for another drone damage. Yes, that'll bump up my demolitions. It's not exactly what I want right now. Let's go ahead and give my bots a little bit of a shield. I'm just going to kind of run in where I can here, wipe these guys out. There we go. Put a couple of shots on them. Perfect. I think the room's been cleared. Let's head to the next engagement. Boys, I don't like it when you're up on me like this. I need you to respect my personal boundaries, please. I'm going to come back around. We'll get the little detonator right there. Looks like everything's dying in good form. Love the fact that my drones are just throwing down for me right now. They're doing a really, really good job. We did level up, so let's take an upgrade. Takedowns grant 15% chance to trigger an explosion and drop 3 scrap. Increases the drone bubble invulnerability by 4 seconds. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, it seems like they want to beef in this direction. These guys are pushing up around the corner, so why not oblige them? Let's go ahead and get a little smoke bomb down over here. That's not going to save you from my drones, though. My drones see all... Oh, that hurt. Okay, that was a mistake. I should not have done what I did. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of you guys back here, huh? All right, fair enough. Looks like they're all downed. Yeah, I think we got them all. All right, I need to heal my drones. They're kind of beat up, so we'll go ahead and use the drone heal on them, and then we will carry on. Get the explosive. I'm going to risk my life to get the loot drone because I just like making dumb decisions like that. We've got a big bot right there. Hopefully my drones don't go down. I'm going to go ahead and heal them and put a protective shell on them. All right. What else we got going on around here? There's another room over there. Don't really want to spark beef just yet. Hello, sir. Would you like to meet Grandma and her shotgun? Oh, I walked right into it, dude. I saw it, and I walked right into it. That was a big ol' F- on my part. Luckily, we got a healing orb out of that loot bot right there, so we're back up at full, but still. All right, Grandma's shotgun, doing work out here. What you got for me? The cryo launcher. It's kind of cool. Probably freezes enemies and stuff, and it's level 2, so I'll take it. What's our technology level at? Our technology level is at level 1, so we honestly probably don't want to play around with it too much. That door will seal behind us if we go through it, so let's go ahead and check the other corridor real fast, just to make sure that we've scooped everything we can scoop out of this level. I am once again sacrificing my time bonus so that we can get more loot. All right, you guys are down. Missed my shot right there. Didn't lead him good enough. Well enough. I don't know if we should abandon grammar in this situation. What do we have going on over here? Oh, it's a key card door. Oh, what did it say next to the door? I don't remember. What did it say next to the door on the last level? It said something. Oh, no. I gotta go back and check the video. It said 656 on the door. That's the nice thing about my entire job being on camera. There we go. Perfect. I can go back and review the tape. We got ourselves some progression currency right there. Looks good. We've got ourselves a heal. We've got a chest right here with some upgraded +2 mods. All right, all right, all right. I would like to push for more demolitions damage, so I think I'm going to take the critical chance. We've got another gun over here. Ooh, an assault rifle. Very nice. I actually really, really, really like assault rifles in this game. What is this? Oh, sweet, dude. Free level up. And then what are you? Oh, a free perk, too. Hold on. So we've got a chroma weapon. Grants a random element to each of your non-elemental weapons that you fire. You gain 10 shield. Picking up a cell regenerates your shield. I'll take the 10 shield. And then we've got triple thick. Increases your resistance by 10% so long as your shield is up. The hand beamer transforms your scrap blaster into a piercing ray that can apply critical hits. Yep, that's a death ray. I like death rays. As a fun spoiler right here, there is a gun in this game that is a death ray, and it goes foom, and it just like lasers everything that's in front of you and like penetrates in sort of like Dragon Ball Z fashion. It is an incredibly entertaining weapon. I do have assault levels. I mean, I have more precision levels than that. Methinks that maybe I should start actually working on a build. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll take this for a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be as good as what we were already running, but, you know, I'm down with it. Enemies! Face me! Oh, my. Okay, yeah, you guys are all very, very amped up and ready to fight. We got a demo weapon over there. Happy to see it. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to kind of, like, jump and try to stay out of the way. Heal my drones. Give them a shield. Knock him out. Oh boy, this is a challenge room. So basically that little meter at the top, we got to kill mobs until the little meter runs out. That's all you really need to know about this room. These tend to be the make it or break it rooms that get players into trouble because it is very, very intense and there is a lot of gunfire and things flying around. Go ahead and kick out my drones one more time because I think they got destroyed, or at least one of them did. Luckily, my drones actually split aggro with the robots. so they do give me a little bit of cover to play around with when things get hot and hairy out here. What have we got? The Graviton Launcher. Okay, what's its alternate fire? It doesn't have an alternate fire. Okay, a lot of the guns in this game have an outfire. Unfortunately, we don't really have most of the guns that have like an outfire as far as I know, because outfire should be on right click. Yeah, so it might be that we just don't have high enough tier weapons just yet. They do eventually get like an... Oh, that's both though? Ooh, that draws from both of my stats, so technically... Oh, never mind, I don't have technology. I replaced all my technology. Gotcha. What's this over here? We've got the Sheriff's Carbine. It's an upgrade. I think I can take it. A little lever action right here. I think I can live with that. Looks like we've got something going on in here. Let me get another bot up, or at least heal the bots that I have. Yeah, this weapon's a little bit more precise. Every single enemy in the game, if you see the little red circle on them, that red circle is their critical hit zone. And so if you hit them inside that red circle, you get, like, mad damage. It's basically the same as a headshot, except that robots, like, only if they're stylized in a certain way do they have heads. And so, you know, I think we got them all. We leveled up. The patch suit, triggering Reparo drone, regenerates 50% of your maximum shield. Yeah, I'll take that. That sounds good. I'm not even going to read the other one. That goes into our build. We have a level 2 dual Uzi assault weapon right here. This weapon is super fun, but I've found that it's not that good. Like, I like this weapon because I like anything that gives me, like, ridiculous sheer volumes of just, like, Grakata. But, like, you know, we're not really running assault weapons anyways, so I'll throw it on in here. We do have a boss fight in front of us, so we're going to want to kit up a little bit before we go into the boss fight. I would like to, so that gives me precision right there and a little bit of assault. That would buff up my assault weapons, and I think it's a good idea. Let's go ahead and take it. I'll take the heal, and it's boss time, baby. The Diggy Mole. There are some very, very original boss fights in this game. This game has a couple of boss fights that I'm not sure I've ever seen developers actually do that with a boss fight. There are boss fights where you're like surfing on a rail the entire time. There are boss fights where you're falling like down through different pits and you're like mid-air fighting with enemies. Like there are some really, really cool boss arena and boss fight arrangements in this game. All right. Yeah, we're not really laying this guy low, are we? Let's try something else out. Let's see if maybe we get something a little bit better out of the old Sheriff's Carbine. Oh, okay. All right. I've been chunked in the face. It was painful. Gonna go ahead and shield my bots real fast. They are actually putting out decent DPS right now. I'm actually really, really happy with how the bots are doing. Like, they're putting a solid amount of pressure on this boss. There we go, and he's now down. I don't know why the boss has like a pixel art explosion effect. I assume it's like a placeholder or something until later on in the early access. It doesn't really fit in. I noticed it while I was streaming as well. Oh, we actually did get through that level as fast as the game wanted us to. Fair enough. But I don't know why that's there. The game does have comic book blurbs in between each of the acts that you bypass. So every time you defeat a boss, you've gone from one act to the next. These comic books are not completed yet. They've got the primitive drawings in there, but they haven't been smoothed out, and they haven't had all their shading and all of their ink lines and everything else done. It will give you a little bit of insight as to the world and the lore. But for right now, we're probably going to like go over the top of it so that we can get to some more gameplay. All right, the Aqua Station. This is a new level. I haven't seen this one. This one's new. I've played for like 4 or 5 hours, and I don't think I've ever had a level in the Aqua Station. Nice, dude. I love it when games still have ways to surprise me well after the fact. We'll take our healing. Let's go ahead and open up our mod crate, see if we can find anything good here. That is a flat increase right there, although we are going to want to start to focus a little bit more on like one type of gun and get up to like, you know, 70, 80% plus damage. So let's choose assault, I guess. That is what we'll do. We will choose assault weapons, and we will see how it goes. Hello, boys. How are we? Go ahead and give my bots a shield real fast. I don't think we're dealing enough damage. We're going to need some weapon upgrades, and we're going to need them pretty soon. The enemy should be going down a lot faster. Then again, I said that this is a bad weapon. I haven't been a big fan. Like, so here's the thing. I love the dual Uzis and the way that they feel, but, like, they're not that great of a gun, and I've learned this lesson already. And I should have stuck to my meta gut that, like, knows and just gone with, like, an upgraded shotgun or something, but here we are. So we're just going to have to fight kind of slow from here because we don't really have mad DPS to knock these dudes out. I'm going to need to put out another drone real fast because one got destroyed. I'm going to push my way on in. There's a mine right there, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind for later. There's a sniper rifle. Sniping in this game is incredibly satisfying. If you nail the headshot with a sniper rifle, the little orbs that the enemies drop, they automatically magnetize towards you, and you collect them, which means that you can basically clear rooms from like 900 feet away and be rewarded with all of the XP for clearing that room. So sniper rifles I have found to be intensely satisfying in this game. But then again, I think this game locks down most of the basics of first-person shooter game design. Most of the guns that I've played around with in this game are incredibly satisfying. I don't think there's been like a single gun so far that I've been like, the action on this feels bad, or like the impact on this feels bad. You know what I mean? Like, there are guns that I like, and there are guns that I do not like based on just like what they do and their attributes. But all of them feel good and feel satisfying and have very good sound effects and stuff like that. And so this is one of those games where I really do feel like the developers have taken the time in order to make the fundamental attribute of the game, the shooting, the thing you're going to be spending all your time doing, feel very, very good. I'm going to take some damage right here to get that loot drone. There we go. I probably should not have charged this room so aggressively trying to get it, but I was hoping he would drop a gun. I ate a missile right there, and I ate it with my mouth hole. Oh, it went through his legs. We almost got him. He's got that little teleporty bit, dude. We're getting kind of starched right now. I'm having a bad time in the dungeon. This is called Bad Dungeon right here. An assault pistol. I'm going to take it because the Uzis are just not doing it for right now. It's taking us too long to clear rooms, which is how they're getting hits off. Like, you really need to kind of have a strong alpha in this game in order to take care of business. Oh, I don't have any drones out either. I'm not even using my special abilities. Okay, nice little level up right there. Knock you out. Bullets flying around everywhere. However, we do have explosive goodies happening. Put out another drone. Make sure that we keep our nice little stable of drones rocking. And we've got a level up to play around with. Elemental Spirit. Your elemental damage has a 35% chance to ricochet on an enemy. Or we can go Chroma Blaster. It deals damage of a random element when you use it and increases the damage of that element for 30 seconds. Or, I'm sorry, 30% for 6 seconds. Sure, why not? We'll go all in on it. We've got a challenge room over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. How bad's it going to be? Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I couldn't read the pattern on that room. My eyes lost sight of it. I'm thinking you gotta jump in and go. Man, I really wish I had solved that the right way instead of just foreheading it. Oh, you gotta go up and over the top? Gotcha. Okay, I see it. Oh, hello, barrel cannon. Would you like to be my friend? Yeah. Absolutely. We get to pick something up over here. Let's go ahead and we will go for whatever gives us assault and demolitions levels. There we go. We've got a lot of increased damage now. No healing back in here to be spoken of, and I have been playing kind of shabby just because I probably should have done a warm-up run before this, but meh. Way she goes. Seems to be doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and reload it real fast. We'll see how it performs in this next room. It's pretty good. You got to nail the arc on it, I think. And until you do, you're not going to get a lot of kills, but let's get a drone out. Luckily, they gave me a nice little pit to fight from right there. I mean, honestly, from my TF2 experience, we kind of want to be above the enemy when we use a weapon like this. And so having like a triple jump or something like that would be very, very helpful because then we could get some altitude and just stay up above and fire down since we've got like explosion on impact. with no hop. Luckily, we've got a cool little room right here to resupply. So there's some health. We're not quite in bad shape. We've got the junk beam. I think the junk beam is the death ray. Yeah, this is one of my favorite guns in the entire game. It also puts down a shield on its secondary fire so that you can hang out behind it and you can just kind of swish, swish, cut the enemy in half. It is an enjoyable piece of equipment. This one has burst fire on its secondary. And this one doesn't appear to have a secondary. Still, fun stuff. It looks like we found an early access area, but this is Roboquest. I hope you guys liked it. Let me go ahead and throw real fast. I'm going to throw so that you guys can see what the meta progression looks like. So we're just going to walk right into the middle of this mayhem, and we're going to get toasted. Well, apparently walking right into the middle of the mayhem worked out perfectly fine. Well, I say that as if I didn't lose 90% of my health. Next room. Fight me! There we go. There we go. Put some oomph on it. Put some oomph on it, boys. There we go. Take me down. Fight me! There we go. All right, so we've been knocked out. I'll show you what the meta progression looks like now so that you can decide whether or not that's something you wanted to jump on into. Basically, you come on in here, and you are going to go to your station upgrades on this side. And with your station upgrades, you're going to unlock wrenches, and you're just going to basically upgrade these right here. So you're going to get more weapons that come out of weapon caches. You're going to unlock new characters, and you're going to get more healing, stuff like that. I think I've got a lot of these already like upgraded as high as they can go without me upgrading other things. So I'll probably just push the weapon chest up a little bit. I don't know how high this progression level goes, but maybe I'll report back once I get a little bit further on into the game. Here's my thoughts about Roboquest. Roboquest is fantastic. That concludes my thoughts about the game. No, I'm just joking around, but Roboquest is a very, very good game, which pays careful attention to the details that will make a game pop. Like, everything from the soundtrack to the progression to the in-game upgrades and sound effects are all done very, very well. There's nothing to complain about on that side. There's a solid variety of firearms, although I don't think that a few more could hurt. But you should see a good chunk of them within your first 4 or 5 successful playthroughs where you make it, like, really far into the game. But there is variety in the firearms' primary and secondary abilities as well, so you'll also want to dedicate runs to playing around with different builds and loadouts, along with the perk sets of the individual characters themselves to really get the most out of any type of run. And I think that gameplay loop is what the game does really well at nailing. It's not a game that pulls punches. This is a tough game. It's not an easy game, but once you get a feel for it, you'll start to progress, but just be aware that, like, a lot of the boss fights and challenge rooms are going to take a bit of precision on your part if you want to carry on. Really, my only suggestion with Roboquest with regards to improvement is that it needs more stuff, and more than likely, that's probably on the way considering the game is in early access. So, if you're into roguelites with a penchant for Borderlands-style ballistic insanity backed up with a killer soundtrack by Noise Cream, there's a very solid chance you'll find a lot to love inside the confines of Roboquest. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile every single day in the world of indie games so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we had Roboquest. Tomorrow we will have something else. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Bye-bye, everybody.